call it game actions. So following right along with the kata, public enum, game actions. And in the game, you can attack. I think we call it fight. You can fight. You can heal. You can repair. And you can negotiate. Okay. And we'll probably refactor this out tomorrow, but those are our 4 game actions. And I skipped ahead a bit and created another one called event types. I don't like the name of that, so let's go ahead and delete that away. Make sure our namespacing is correct. So this is all going into our game engine. And very similar to the kata, I just got a game event called the request, the game request and the response. And we'll change out the game request to take in a game action. Okay, so the thing to notice about my game request is I'm taking in a text resource, and I've got a sender and a target. So I really want to model my my invoker as being able to say, I want to do this action to this person, right, or to this thing. Gary wants to attack Beth, right? That's the request. Or Gary wants to heal Beth, or Gary wants to repair wall. So that's the nature of our request. And we haven't really thought out what we want the response to be yet, because we're going to need it to be something that the game can render. So we'll just make it string, and let's make it message, right? So when we go to create the implementation of our I command from the kata, we're going to ask all of the player classes and all of the monsters and such to do something when they get these commands. It's like, hey, you can imagine it, you're going up to this player character and you're saying, hey, Gary attacks you for 20 damage. And then that player takes damage and returns back message, whatever that message may be. So that's the start of our response. And we had the ability to later on to make it more elaborate, but we're just going to make it super easy right now. And let's make an invoker. I would love to have a very clever name for the invoker. Something, I don't even know. But for right now, we're just going to call it Hive Mind. So the Hive Mind is what's going to take in all of our requests. And so just like the kata, we're just going to have it say public. We're going to return a game response. We're going to call it execute. We're going to take in a game request. And then we're going to just throw new not implemented exceptions. All right, so now I got a hive mind. Okay. Let's come over here and let's just go ahead and throw this guy in. Just var hive mind is equal to new hive mind. All right, might change the name of that, but we want to give the kind of big picture that there's a world, right? There's this very structured system of coordinates and rooms and content, and then we have a game engine whose job it is to render out to the screen based off things like state, requests, and what have you. So we're going to ask the HiveMind render room, and every player is going to have a location. So it's going to say, hey, render where I am right now. And it's going to say, okay, well, here's the stuff inside of room 1-1, and display it back to the user. And then the user is going to say, there's a monster in room 1-1. I request to attack that monster. And the game engine is going to say, all right, let me grab the reference to that monster. Let me tell it that it's taking damage from you, and see what the response is. And then when I re-render the screen, I'll include that response, or I'll append it depending on what I want to do. So that is about all the time we have. I think it was a pretty good kata, and if you're curious about what all of this stuff is down here, look back at the previous video for the bridge pattern, Refactor Saturday, and it will show going through all that stuff. It's commented out now because we're working to shove all the things we created into our game engine and our environment. And that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow at 6:45. Is we're just going to be crushing through this, and at the end of it, we should have a command line with a player that we can request things of the engine and see some output. All right, so that's it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and slowly shut down in case anybody has any questions. I'm still working on getting the videos from last week onto YouTube. YouTube doesn't really like it when I export things that are longer than an hour. I don't know why. So, but anyway, check the link. This is my new favorite gesture. Check the link below to the YouTube videos, and if you have any questions or comments, shoot them here tomorrow, or if you're ambitious, you can Google my name, so Aryugu, and you'll find me. You'll find me out there in the world and a way to get to me. So you have to work for it, but I will talk to you. Okay. Thanks for watching, as always, and I'll be shutting down now. Thanks again.